Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 4. So at the end of The Flash Season 3 finale, we saw Barry go into the Speed Force, help and stop certain events in Central City, with the rest of Team Flash left just standing there, I guess, probably thinking the exact same thing as we were, which is, what the hell happens now? One of the big things that has been rumored, theorized, and just, I guess, discussed in general since the conclusion of Season 3 and as we move into Season 4 is, the whole possibility of Wally West taking the mantle of the Flash and donning a red suit. Not necessarily Barry's red suit, but just a red suit made for him. This does make sense as the team may think Barry is, gone forever, like he's gone for good, and keeping the Flash legacy alive in Central City would be the right thing to do, which of course includes keeping the red suit as one of the icons connected to the name of the Flash. And this obviously makes sense as well due to the fact that Wally West did take over the mantle of the Flash in the comics after Barry Allen sacrificed himself during the events of the Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline. But could we actually see this happen in Season 4? Will Wally West become the Flash? Now, Keenan Lonsdale, who plays Wally West, aka Kid Flash, recently did an interview with Newsweek where he went over his career as a whole, which includes not only acting on projects such as The Flash, but also his musical side, which he tries to focus on as much as he possibly can in his downtime from The Flash. Now, when Keenan was asked about whether he would be swapping from a yellow suit to a, flashy new red suit come the beginning of Season 4, this is exactly what he had to say. It's not something that's on my radar. I feel as though there is so much story to tell and Wally has so much growing to do. I'd like to see that journey continue. That's what I think is important. We need to see how these characters realistically get to where they are headed for. What Keenan says here is actually really important. Wally hasn't even been Kid Flash for an entire season yet. He only started running around at super speed in episode 7, if I remember correctly, and didn't get his suit until episode 9, right at the end. So it would be incredibly rushed if he were to don the red suit as the Flash and take such a huge responsibility when he isn't really ready for it. Especially seeing that we aren't even sure how big the threat is when we return to Central City in early October. However, one thing to keep in our minds when we go through what Keenan said earlier is that he would be keeping extremely tight-lipped about anything Season 4, as he has had issues with not doing so in the past. If you remember back to Season 2 when we had that episode where Barry, ran back in time to get the tachyon formula off the Eobard Thawne Harrison Wells, Eddie Thawne showed up again in that episode and we got a Flashpoint-esque moment when he recorded that video message to Iris, which I thought was one of the most memorable Season 2 moments. Well, Keenan actually revealed to the internet that Rick Cosnet, who plays Eddie Thawne, was coming back before anyone really knew. If I remember back correctly, that was almost 2 years ago, there were rumors that, Rick Cosnet was coming back as Eddie Thawne, but there was no solid evidence at all. And this is actually what Keenan said about that matter. I accidentally revealed that Rick Cosnet was coming back. I was with Candace and we were freaking out because it was a live stream and I hadn't done that before. I didn't completely reveal it, but smart fans caught on and I freaked out because I had only been there a month. I was like, oh my god, I've ruined everything. But I think it's pretty clear that, Keenan didn't get into too much trouble for that spoiler drop. But is there really anything we can take from the comments that Keenan has made regarding Wally in Season 4 when we return? Well, no, not really. Because he is either telling the truth because he will just remain as Kid Flash, even though that does suggest Barry will be returning pretty quickly, so you could say that maybe he's given away that, Barry's going to be back in the first episode, or maybe the second episode, he could maybe return at the end of the first one. Or he is lying and doesn't want to let slip any spoilers like he did with the whole Eddie Thawne thing, and by this I mean he will indeed rock a new suit, maybe red, it could be something different, who knows. But we should actually get an answer to this pretty soon over the next week or two as Season 4 of The Flash starts filming. We should get some public filming which could answer any questions around what Wally is doing as well as the status of Barry, what suit Wally is wearing in the first episode. But I guess the big question that a lot of you guys might be wondering is, do I think that Wally will become the Flash, start running around in a red suit? And my honest answer to this is no. I'm more on the no side. It possibly could still happen. I just think it's too soon. As I said, he hasn't even been Kid Flash for a full season. If this was Season 5 or Season 6 and they had done what happened at the end of Season 3, at the end of Season 4, at the end of Season 5, and then, heading into Season 5 or Season 6, I think it would be a possibility because Wally would be mature enough as a speedster and, experienced enough to actually take the mantle. But seeing as, you know, I already said that he hasn't even been Kid Flash for a year yet, he hasn't had his speed for a year, I think it would be a massive jump, and I don't know if they'd really want to, you know, rush into making him the Flash, because we don't know what they want to do in season 5 or season 6. We don't know what's going on with Grant Gustin, who plays Barry Allen, what's doing with his contract and stuff like that, whether they'd actually want to make Wally the Flash come season 6 or something. Who knows what they would want to do. So it would be weird if they like wasted that opportunity just for like an episode to put Wally in a red suit. It just seems like it'd be a wasted opportunity, if you know what I mean. Because I know there was a lot of controversy around the fact that Flashpoint was only 1 episode, even though I think a lot of people, you know, misunderstood why Flashpoint was only 1 episode, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. So I don't think they would do that again with like a similar storyline or a similar moment in the comics where Wally took over from the Flash, or took over Barry as the Flash, and he was the Flash for like 20... What was it? It was something ridiculous, like 24 years, I think Wally was the Flash. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So would they really cram, you know, 24 years of history of Wally being the Flash and then put into 1 episode and then Barry comes back at the end of it? I don't think they would do that. But thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, it'd be awesome if you could leave a like on it. Let me know in the comments section down below all of your opinions on what I said. Do you think that Wally will become the Flash in early season 4? And do you think that Kanan is like, you know, keeping his mouth shut? Do you think he's just like playing it safe, doesn't want to do anything like he did in season 2 and accidentally drop a spoiler? Just let me know all of your opinions in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I'll catch you later, guys, and goodbye.